top of the day to you. We get this day started. We got drywall repairs to do today. Well, floating, mudding. We got to go back over to Imperial to cut out that ceiling because she's complaining about the water. So we're going to go ahead and open that ceiling up. And then we got the other faucet that we fixed last week where the shower neck was spraying. We're going to go in there and clean up that moldy material. I got chemicals for that. And then we'll probably put the piece of drywall back in the hole. Or on that situation, now I'll put drywall back in because it's the faucet's right there. I don't want to spray foam back in there, because of, any potential water moisture getting into that spray foam. It may grow bacteria. So some circumstances, man, you don't want to do that. But that's what we're going to do today. So before we get started, we're going to, take it to the Father in prayer. So let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day. Father, I pray that the people that watch this video, they be inspired to do something they don't know, or to be inspired to do work better. Father, I pray a hedge of protection over us to this day, that no harm should come to us, and I pray for wisdom that anything we should come across, that we be wise to do things the right way, Lord. I pray this in the name of Yeshua, HaMashiach. Amen. Let's get this started, man. Let's get rocking, brah. Well, we're going to go out and do drywall work today. We're going to mud up some stuff, so I'll show you what we're going to work with. So, if you notice something about my drywall tools, what do you see? They're clean. Always clean your drywall tools, man. Always. And I got my bucket of mud. This is 90-minute mud. I always carry it in a bucket because if I have that in the bag, it's all over the place. And then I got my drill, my little mixer for mixing up mud. So, and then of course I got my shop vac. But so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go do some drywall work today. Ooh. Anyways, so let's get to it, bro. Okay, so what I gotta do is I gotta cut all this down so it's level with the drywall. Same thing with down there and with the bedroom. So let's get it. So when I'm doing this, what you want to do is you want to make sure you keep the tool level with the wall. So what I'll do is I'll jab at it and then slightly move it across. And then I'll just break this off, just like so. Just keep breaking it off. You get the big stuff, and jab in there. Just helps to break it off easier. So what I usually do, hold on a second, let me get my knife. So what I usually do is I'll take my knife and I'll make sure that nothing's real high sticking up on it. You know, if I roll it across there and my knife comes off the drywall, then I know I'm real high. Sometimes like right in here, I got a dip spot. So it's not a big deal, man. It's gonna get multiple coats. These blades here are new, so they're not worn in yet. And down here you can see I've got that cut flush with the wall. And then in here, this is cut flush. I did the same thing in here. I bring my knife just to make sure that I don't have any real high spots, you know. Cool beans, let's get to mudding. So when I'm doing my drywall mud, I'll put it in there, add a bunch of water. Don't do a whole bunch at one time. Just take your time with it. Yeah, let's get some water mixed up in here, because this is a lot of mud this time. So I just take my time with it, mix it up real good, get my consistency the way I want it. A dry spot on this side, so I'll turn it around so I can add water to just this side. You basically get the point. You just consistent, just mix it up so it's all the same consistency. All right, so when I'm mudding up, just rub it back for just kind of get any air bubbles out, and I'll just put a real thin. Well, on this one it's a filler coat, so we're just kind of packing in the mud right now. I'm not trying to be pretty with it. Just packing in the mud right now. Because on this foam, you'll get divots. So we'll go through all these spots. We'll just add some mud to it real quick. Like on this stuff right here. We'll get us a coat of mud on this. Make it look pretty. Like I said, this is just a filler coat. You'll see what I'm doing here in a minute. Hang with me. We'll make it look all pretty. What's that guy's name? Ross. Just needs a little mud right here. Okay. What I want to do is take and put the fiber tape on there. Let's get a little rub down. Take a little bit of mud, because you want to get that mud penetrated, or the tape penetrated into there. Put a whole bunch of it on there. Kind of like doing fiberglass work. Ooh, that sucks. I went double up. You always want to put a little bit of drywall mud on the new piece so that it helps the two to stick together. And also what this will do is this will help to smooth off any imperfections in the surface. And then once you got the tape on there, all you gotta do is put your nose of coat of mud, and that smooths everything out. Like I said, this just first coat, and then we'll do the same thing on the other three, or other two. Okay, so once you get the tape on there, and you know everything's got your fill in. Now my fill in coating, I like it just a hair thicker than anything else, right? So when I do my because it's just the tape's just on there right now, okay? It's meshed into the mud. So what I want to do now is go over top the tape and put my basically first coat on top of the tape. I like it a little bit more runnier because it'll dry fast. So we'll get to whacking this on real quick. And like I said, it's just a real thin coat, nothing major, because drywall is all about layers. So you guys can't see the wall. I know you can't because it's white. But what I'm doing right now is just real lightly putting on another coat right over top of my seam tapes. Okay, that's all this is. It's just a filler coat. You might be able to see this a little bit better. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. So we can get you angled up here. So the seams run right here, and over here. I can barely see the tape, so we're just going to drag it up and done. This is just the first coat. We're not trying to be perfect with it, okay? We just want to blend it out farther than necessary. This is just a filler or a top coat. When you're doing drywall work, you want to fan it out. The farther you fan out, the less it's going to show. Just a couple of whacks. Go up here. Just kind of real lightly. I guess I'll be, what is that guy's name? Bob. Is that his name? The painter? Anyways. So now we're going to the bedroom. Do the same thing. You can't see it really. It's really looks good. But we'll put a real thin, really super thin coat of mud on this. We won't taper your outer edges. It's just a real light coat of mud. Just to smooth it over. Because this one is like really big. It's got multiple layers of tape on it. Okay. I'm just using a little 6-inch. That's all I'm using on this. It's just it's just top first coat. Real lightly, just barely pushing down on it. That's all I'm doing. Real lightly. Got a high spot right there. Okay. That looks good for first coat, man. First coat. Not sweating it. That's gonna go in there. Okay. First coat. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Since I'm doing multiple drywalls today, I'll show you. I take a sandwich bag, or like a Kroger's bag. It's just a plastic bag. And I'll put it down inside my bucket. And that way I can rake off any excess that I have and just put it in the bucket. Everybody's got a Kroger bag. Because I do not want to put this down the kitchen sink. Even though I'm going from this job, this drywall patch, to the next, I'm still going to clean my tools. Always keep your tools clean, man. On this one here, I'm just going to cut those off, try to taper that a little bit, and then we'll mud it. Not a big deal. I've tapered that back. It was because this is lower and it's all hard versus new. So I tapered it back. So now I can just float it and it'll all float out the same. Okay, so on this one, you'll have a better contrast because of blue. So you can see how I just real lightly floated it out. This first coat, no big deal. We'll come back and put a second coat on it later on today. Okay, so I got those ceiling repairs done, or the first coat on it. We'll probably hit those again today. But what we're going to do right now, because I got like 45 minutes before lunch, I'm going to run over to the other property and check out a couple of vacants real quick. Just do a walkthrough on them, see if there's anything that needs to be fixed, blah, 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 blah. So we'll go check that out real quick before we go to lunch. Okay, on this one we got to put an access panel in there. Because I know what they're doing, but what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what's going on with it. So I got it tore out. P-trap's dry. All this over in here is dry. Over here's where the damage is. All this over in here. That's the corner edge of the bathtub. And you can see there's water damage. So that's most likely where the water's coming from. Hold on a second. Way up there. Bathtub faucet. Sheeting water back. See, I couldn't see that. It's probably the tub faucet spout. It's causing their damage. Sometimes you gotta tear it out to see what's going on. And that's what it is. The water's just running back this direction. It's running back. So it's their faucet. Okay, so I got that all tore out, put the access panel in like you saw. So I went upstairs, she was home, and I went in and talked. She was being nice today. And went in and looked at it, and it's the wall. It's the wall all the way around the faucet, the tub spout, all of that is destroyed. The last maintenance guy, he knew about it, and he didn't fix it. What he did was he went and used white silicone and put around the bathtub, around the tiles. So I'm gonna have to tear all that out around the bathtub faucet and the spout, replace the spout, and reseal it all, regrout it. It's a freaking half a day job. I hate doing tile because that old tile, man, I'm gonna have to put it right back, you know. So, anyways, I hate it when the maintenance guys don't do the job. They just hack it and go, you know. But hey, job security, so I'm gonna show you how to do some tile work. Oh my gosh. See ya. Come over here to check this other one out. I want to just take a look at this other ceiling. This is a repair from the faucet. Shower neck leaking. Yeah, it's a little bit of damage. Not too evil, just water. I'll have to redo the mud work, so we'll put this one off for another day. Hey, later on, next week maybe. Let's go on a positive note. I got my so both the both the lower control arms in. The other one's sitting over in the box. Woohoo! Nice and pretty. Wow.